Soft piano plays. Snow drifts under glowing streetlights. The camera pans across a bustling holiday market. Narrator, in a calm but gripping tone. On a chilly Christmas Eve, a young boy's courage shines through as he pulls off a daring rescue that makes headlines overnight. But what happens the next day will leave you speechless, because the man he saved wasn't a stranger at all. Quick cut, a flash of flames, shouts, a boy pulling someone from wreckage. This is the story of Marcus Carter. And the secret that changed his life forever. Chapter 1, The Boy Who Saved Christmas Eve. The festive air at Daley Plaza buzzed with the energy of Christmas Eve. Twinkling lights danced across the stalls, laughter echoed through the cold air, and the smell of cinnamon and roasted chestnuts wrapped everything in warmth. Marcus Carter, a 16-year-old high schooler, wiped flour from his hands as he handed a bag of gingerbread cookies to a smiling customer. Working part-time at the market wasn't glamorous, but it helped his mom cover rent. His mother, Sharon, worked double shifts at the hospital, leaving Marcus to handle most things at home. He'd learned responsibility early, cooking his own dinners, paying bills online, and sometimes just missing her. He looked up at the clock. 2 hours till midnight, he whispered. Maybe this Christmas, they'd actually spend a morning together. Then, a sharp crack split the air. A wooden stall across the plaza buckled. Screams erupted. People ran. Marcus's heart pounded as he spotted a woman pinned beneath a collapsing beam, her leg trapped. He didn't think. He moved. Someone call 911, he shouted, rushing forward. Grabbing a metal rod, he jammed it under the beam and pushed with every ounce of strength. Pain tore through his arms, but the wood lifted just enough. He pulled the woman free as sirens wailed in the distance. When paramedics arrived, the woman looked up at him, her eyes full of disbelief and gratitude. "You saved me," she whispered. As Marcus backed away, trembling, a tall man in a tailored black coat appeared. His eyes, cold but sharp, locked on Marcus. "Thank you," the man said, kneeling beside the woman. "You saved my wife." He handed Marcus a business card. "James Collins. If you ever need anything at all, call me." Marcus nodded, unaware that this brief encounter would change everything. By morning, Marcus was everywhere. "Teen Hero Saves Christmas Shopper," headlined local news. Social media buzzed with videos of his rescue. But Marcus didn't feel like a hero. He just wanted life to go back to normal. His mother came home from her night shift, tired but smiling. "I saw the video," she said, hugging him. "I'm proud of you." "But Marcus." Her tone hardened. "That man, James Collins, don't get too close." He frowned. "Why?" "He just wanted to thank me." Her eyes darkened. "Some people don't do things out of kindness. Promise me you'll be careful." That night, as snow fell quietly outside, Marcus's phone buzzed. A text. "James Collins, lunch. Tomorrow. Maggie's Diner. My assistant will book it." Marcus hesitated, then curiosity won. The next day, the diner felt too small for a man like Collins. His suit was crisp, his smile practiced. He spoke like someone used to being obeyed. "You acted bravely," Collins said. "Most people freeze. You didn't. I see potential in you, Marcus. That's why I'm offering you an internship. A chance to build a future." Marcus was stunned. "An internship? But I'm just in high school." Collins's eyes gleamed. "That's exactly why it's perfect. I like shaping potential early." Something about his tone made Marcus uneasy. Then Collins said something that chilled him. "I think I know your mother," he said casually, stirring his coffee. "Sharon Carter. Worked at Mercy Hospital, right?" Marcus froze. "Yeah, how do you?" Collins smiled faintly. Small world. It didn't feel small. It felt like a trap. That night, when Marcus got home, a brown envelope waited at their door. Inside, an old photograph. It showed a young James Collins, standing beside a woman who looked exactly like his mother. On the back, written in neat ink. "We need to talk." Marcus hid the photograph until he couldn't anymore. That night, at dinner, he finally said it. "Mom. I met James Collins today." The spoon in Sharon's hand clattered against the plate. Her face went pale. "James Collins," she whispered. "He offered me an internship. Said it could change my life." Her eyes filled with something Marcus had never seen before, fear. "Marcus, you need to stay away from that man." "Why?" he demanded. "You know him, don't you?" Sharon hesitated, her voice trembling. "When you were a baby, I worked for him. He owned the company I was a secretary for. At first, he was charming, generous. But underneath," she trailed off, gripping the edge of the table. "He was dangerous. People who stood up to him, disappeared. I left when I realized how deep it went." Marcus's chest tightened. "So why me? Why now?" "I don't know," she said, her eyes wet. "But whatever he wants, it's not good." That night, Marcus couldn't sleep. He searched everything he could about Collins online, the donations, the awards, the rumors. Then, a news headline caught his eye. "David Larson, whistleblower disappears after filing case against Collins Corporation." Marcus's heart pounded. Beneath the article photo, there it was again. His mom. Standing at a company event years ago beside Collins. And then, his phone buzzed. A new text. "Unknown number, don't trust him. He knows more about you than he's telling." Marcus's hands shook. Who was this? What did they mean? His eyes went to the photograph of Collins and his mother again, the two smiling together. But suddenly, he noticed something he hadn't before. In the background, a baby stroller. With a tag that read, "Marcus." The next morning, Marcus confronted his mother, the photograph trembling in his hand. "Mom, is this me?" Her face drained of color. She sat down slowly, tears welling in her eyes. "Yes," she whispered. "You were just a few months old then." Marcus's voice cracked. "Why is he in the picture with us?" Sharon broke down. "Because he's not just some stranger, Marcus. James Collins is your father." The room went silent except for the ticking clock. She told him everything, how she'd fallen for Collins when she worked at his company, not knowing he was married. When she found out, she left and raised Marcus alone, afraid of the man's power and his reputation. She'd kept it secret to protect him. But now, Collins had found them. Marcus felt his whole world tilt. The man he'd saved. The man who'd called him remarkable. The man offering him a future. Was his father. That evening, snow fell heavier than before. The lights outside blurred through Marcus's tears as he walked to the same plaza where it all began. Collins was there, waiting. "You figured it out," he said quietly. "I wanted to tell you myself, but..." "You lied to me," Marcus said, his voice shaking. "You used me." Collins's eyes softened for the first time. "No, son. I wanted to make things right. I lost your mother once. I won't lose you too." Marcus stared at him, torn between anger and the desperate wish for truth. "You can't buy family, Mr. Collins," he said finally. "You earn it." And with that, Marcus turned away, the snow crunching under his boots, leaving the millionaire standing alone under the twinkling lights. Camera pans to Marcus walking home in the falling snow, a faint smile breaking through the pain. Narrator. He entered Christmas Eve as a boy who wanted to help. And walked away as a young man who discovered the truth about his past. Some gifts come wrapped in ribbons. Others come as revelations that change your life forever. Fade to black. Text appears. The greatest courage is not saving others, it's facing the truth.